Well, what's good, everybody? It is Sunday, November 14th. This is the Early Edge, your daily and weekly sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine. And when we get to Sundays, you know it's a very, very big day. There is no better value in all of sports betting, and it's not close. But as always, before we look forward, we have to look back. And yesterday, kind of a up and down day. UFC, not good. Chip Patterson, solid. There you see a bunch of check marks and some X's as well as this up and down crazy football season continues. But as the Maestro always says, on to the next. So today, it is Sunday brunch time. So you know I'm bringing in the heavy hitters because we have 3 live shows today. Right next to me, he named the show. We like to call him M Squared. Mikey, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Happy Sunday brunch to everyone out there. It's going to be a nice little day. We got a little weather report today. Hint, bingo card. Make sure you guys get those out for the show today.
Oh, this is my first show since Early Edge Bingo came out on Twitter on Friday. Shout out to, I think Steve was the one who made it. Incredible. Now, I'm kind of paranoid, to be honest, because I'm thinking about what I'm saying in order for people to win at Early Edge Bingo. I don't know. But I love it. Freaking I love it. AB, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, everybody. It's going to be a great Sunday today. We got a lot of winners on the board.
By the way, when that Early Edge Bingo came out, did it kind of throw you off a little bit because it took you back to first grade? And you're like, oh, I didn't like first grade. I didn't like that.
I didn't like any grade. Let me just go ahead and say
that. Oh, look at the jeweler. Look how good the jeweler is. There is, if people are wondering, there is the Early Edge Bingo that one of our incredible fans made up. And if you choose to play, print it out. And maybe one of these days we'll have like an actual bingo game on the air. I think that would be fun. Maestro, can you believe that in less than a year, we've gone from 0 YouTube followers to Early Edge Bingo?
It's beautiful. I love my entry on that bingo card. Great job there. And by all the commenters, let's go. We got a big day.
All right, let's get into it. And as always, don't forget noon Eastern time, 7:20 Eastern time, Early Edge Live, counting down to all the games, and then also Sunday Night Football. Good one tonight, too. All right, let's get into storylines that could affect the betting lines today. And AB, after Tennessee got blown out by Georgia yesterday, you have an interesting take this morning. What do you have?
Yeah, definitely. So, we normally don't go with a college storyline, on Sundays here. But what I want everybody to realize is that the Tennessee Volunteers have outscored their opponents 148-45 in the first quarter of games this season. We saw it yesterday against Georgia, leading 10-7 after the first quarter. And you're going to get lines out about 2 p.m. Eastern today. So this team has 2 games left against South Alabama and against Vanderbilt. And they're fighting to get bowl eligibility. So these first quarter lines are going to be live. So check them out the next 2 games.
He said live. Speaking of live, I heard, and maybe I'm just spitballing here, I heard a weather report is coming. Mikey, do you have something for us in our storyline section today, or was I wrong?
I'll mention it in the play that I'm going to give, actually. Just the one game. Yeah.
All right, very good. Now, there was a lot of news that happened on Saturday in the NFL, but it kind of gets covered up with all the college football news. But Aaron Rodgers, as he comes back today, another future Hall of Famer is sitting. Maestro, talk to me.
Yeah, Big Ben on the COVID list. Mason Rudolph will start for the Steelers. The line has come down from 8. Now we're seeing some 5s. Initially went to 6.5, 6, but it's still pushing down. We're seeing some 5s, a lot of 5.5s out there. But how can Mason Rudolph be that much worse than Big Ben as the jeweler comes up with a handy graphic with a solid 7-2 against the spread record? I'm not making the case that Mason Rudolph is good. I'm just saying Big Ben has been so bad. If you look at all the advanced metrics, he's down about 25th or 26th in all of those. And here's the thing, because they played Monday night, the Big Ben did not practice Wednesday or Thursday. So Mason Rudolph did get some reps this week, even though it was a stunning announcement yesterday. So it's not like he didn't have any reps this week. He did have some. And I will just say 3 names: Mike White, Cooper Rush, Colt McCoy. This year, the backup quarterbacks have been winning and covering.
Man, that's a lot of great information. It's kind of reverse of the way that it normally goes. The starter goes out and you're like, man, let's scramble for the other team. But not so much in this one. I just feel like something's coming. All right, speaking of something's coming, we've had to ramp up Prop Stars. I had to say go into the lab because our incredible fans deserve more. They deserve a bonus pick on this Week 10 Sunday. So he said, Coach, I've got you covered. So From SportsLine, a bonus pick from Prop Stars looks a little something like this. Dan Arnold over 3.5 catches at -154. Yes, the juice is worth the squeeze in this instance. He's becoming their number 1 receiver for the Jags. All we got to do is get to 4 catches today. When we cash that ticket, I would encourage you to get it in right now, because as soon as I say it, it will change. I promise you that. All right, let's get into our board. And I told you, he named the show. This is his day because he does DFS. He does the early edge. He is one of our most important handicappers and people of the team. And also, I get to do this. M squared. You know the drill. Sunday brunch. Give it to me.
All right, just to piggyback off of Larry there, he did an excellent job breaking this one down. I'm playing the Pittsburgh Steelers -5 or -5.5 here. I like it at both of those numbers as long as we are less than 6 points. This move is massive in the market. It's way too big. It's not only 3 full points in a lot of spots. It's 3 full points that get us through three of the top 10 significant key numbers in the NFL, that being 6, 7, and 8. This is a great spot for the Steelers here. Mason Rudolph has been preparing for this all week, despite not really knowing that this is what was going to happen. The drop-off is not that big at this point in Ben's career. I make it worth 1 point, and I'm not even sure it's worth a full point. I love that he's got some chemistry with wide receiver James Washington, who he played with in college. He's got Najee Harris there. We know that they're going to give the ball to Najee Harris quite a bit. I love Pat Freiermuth, the way he's emerged here. I think Mason Rudolph's going to be able to hit him, but I also think that he's going to be able to take some shots down the field a little bit in this one to James Washington, who I mentioned. And then finally, I want to touch on the weather quickly. It's going to be cold. There's going to be a rain and snow mix. I give that edge to the team here, the home team here with the Steelers. Jared Goff played in LA. Now he's used to playing in domes. This is not a great environment for him to go in. It's not a great environment for any quarterback, but especially Jared Goff when you're not used to really playing in the cold weather like this. So I'm taking the Steelers -5.
Man, I love this play. It just screams M squared special to me. Now, my man Joe in the chat says, Coach's mic is always too loud for his yelling voice. It pierces the brain. Unbearable. Well, you all know what I say to people that say stuff like that. Tough. We're moving on! There's another yelling voice. Joe, did that pierce your brain? Was that unbearable? Then don't watch. AB, the floor is yours.
That was well done, Coach. Look, we're gonna go with the Chargers today, -3 at home against the Vikings. You look at Los Angeles; they are 9-3 against the spread over its last 12. The Vikings are 0-5 straight up this season versus teams with a winning record. And let me tell you, the Vikings injuries defensively, they're coming into this game. Danielle Hunter out, Michael Pierce out, Anthony Barr out, Patrick Peterson out, Harrison Smith out. And if you want to know how important that they are to that team, they are, only 49.2% of their entire defensive salary cap this season. So we're going to go with the Chargers -3. Also, side note, I brought you an interesting nugget, Coach, that I think you'll be interested in. Not only have the Detroit Lions not won a game this season, you know what? They haven't won a coin toss this season as well. That's a true story. So if anybody wants a little fun little game before the game start, pay attention to that.
That's going to be on the second version of Early Edge Bingo. I brought you a little nugget, Coach. Oh, I can see that top left square. Oh, I love all those little nuggets. My girl Kelsey always taking care of me in the chat. She said, we like it loud. Turn your mic down. Sensitive or sweetie, excuse me. Sweetie, I can't even read this morning. All right. You know, it's his turn. It's his time. He's our anchor. He is our heartbeat. Maestro, what do you got for us today?
All right, I got 3 props. I'm going to piggyback just what AB said on the Vikings injuries, and that defense was on the field for 90 plays in an overtime loss last week, which leads me to Justin Herbert, over 2.5 passing touchdowns. It's +165. I think he's got a great chance to get there. Had 2 last week, had 3. He had a stretch earlier this season where he had 3 or more in 3 straight games. He's had 9 TDs in his last 3 home games. But I think the key is also we have a total of 53.5. I mean, this is going to be it's projected to be the highest scoring game of the week. So let's play against the Vikings defense and hope Herbert can get us to 3. The other ones are Taylor Heineke, over 36.5 pass attempts. playing the Bucks. They are a pass funnel defense. You don't run against them. 3.9 yards a carry. He's gone over it in 4 straight. And how about this? Tampa Bay opponents passing at the highest rate in the league. Every single QB who has faced Tampa is going over their normal pass attempt rate because of that Bucks defense. Also, the game script says Washington will be behind. So I love this play over 36.5. I'll also go over 37.5 because I know it's 37.5 in a few books. And then Dearness Johnson. I know Prop Stars is on his rushing prop. I'm going to go his receiving prop over 14.5 receiving yards. You know, this guy, in the one game he was the showcase against Denver, he had 2 catches for 22 yards. He also had a game with 3 targets. The Browns don't have any other running backs, and the Patriots are susceptible to running backs. Second highest target share allowed to opposing running backs. It'll probably just take 2 catches to get there, maybe even 1 if we get lucky, but Dearness Johnson over 14.5.
3 incredible props right there, and you can get even more prop information today at noon Eastern time. We're here for a complete hour. Every single game we talk about, any props you could possibly want, we try to get to. Quick chat question. Mikey, I'm going to come to you. I have to see from Cody if you can ask about Tim Patrick over 36.5 receiving yards. He has done this in 8 of the last 9 games. I do not have the juice, however.
So I would lean that way. Yes, I think it's fine to keep riding that one there. I think they're going to have to throw. I'm always cautious of it, though, with Jerry Jeudy back in there, Noah Fant returning. There's just a lot of mouths to feed as that team gets more healthy, but the number is low enough that he can certainly hit this on 2 catches. So,
all right, very good. And we do exactly what we just did on our noon show today. If you have a question on the chat, you put it into the chat, and we try to get to as many as we possibly can. And I defy you to find another show where I can just throw any number, any person, any prop at our guys, and they will have a very, very detailed answer like what you just got. All right, we are up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap. And as always, on a Sunday morning, it is glorious. M squared 1 play so far. He's on the Steelers minus the 5, when I guarantee you the rest of everybody is going to go on the Lions, but not us, baby. AB, Chargers minus 3. Then the Maestro, 3 props so far today. Taylor Heineke over his passing attempts. Dearness Johnson over 14.5 receiving yards. And then Justin Herbert in what should be a shootout late afternoon. This is the fun layout today. You got the Chargers at 4. Then you got the Chiefs and the Raiders at 8:20. It's going to be an amazing day. Then Prop Stars making an appearance without making an appearance. His bonus play, Dan Arnold over 3.5 catches for Jacksonville. A little juicy, but we like it. Then how about a teaser from the jeweler? He's getting a little bit frisky with this one. We're going to go to the Bills, Browns, and then what did he say when I said we're taking the Lions? He said, we can middle it. Oh, the jeweler going next level. He said we can middle it with Mikey's play because we got 6 points to play with. Let's see if we can do that today. All right, we're up against it. There's only one thing left to do, and you all know what that is. I'll see if I can take my yelling voice down just a little bit for Joe. No, damn it. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Sunday tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire team, M Squared, AB, the Maestro, the Jeweler, and our entire team at SportsLine on the Early Edge. Remember, we're here all day, and we're here for you. Tell your friends all about the Early Edge. Good luck.